I'm one who believes that you can never time anything perfectly, but you can be close. And if we look at Pakistan's ecosystem, I was asked this recently, right, as someone who's coming back. A few founders and a couple of angel investors were like, what do you see with Pakistan's startup ecosystem? It's just crashing and it's diving and it's burning and, there's no money and what's going to happen? It's finished. And the truth of the matter is, my feedback isn't that. I've been in the ecosystem since 2011 in some capacity, doing entrepreneurship, helping with programs, scaling companies, being an early investor, doing technology ventures, working with Microsoft. If you just look at all of that, I've been so deeply entrenched that I can tell you I've had over 1,000 conversations with global, regional, local VCs to bring capital to Pakistan and invest in amazing founders. They've always had two questions: political instability and currency instability. So everyone's always, for 12 years, people have said, we understand the market, it's insane, the potential is crazy, the ability to digitize and documentation is weak, and 60% of the economy is undocumented, and all you really need to do is capture that value on a platform and unreal scale, and these is all true, and everybody globally understands these real points that are tangible. But we need to understand that most investors invest in dollars and raise capital in dollars. And if there's a political or currency risk that they're taking on their investments, for them, the risk is not raising another fund. If that risk of currency and politics impacts their investment. So they've always been on the fence. So when 2020 and 2021 and COVID came about, we found ourselves in a place where technology adoption and transformation globally scaled to new heights. And as a result of that, a lot of people that were never online were forced to be online, and we started to see numbers globally, including in Pakistan, grow very, very fast. Platforms were born, funding was raised, and there was more capital available in venture than ever before in the history of mankind. So when there's too much money available and people they have more money to only make good bets and they're going to be a little loose with their cash, people were willing to take a chance on Pakistan. Even though Pakistan wasn't on their mandate, so they couldn't officially formally invest, they could invest from their discretionary. And because they could invest, they took a chance. And because they took a chance, they're regularly on a quarterly basis or a monthly basis getting reports from these amazing Pakistani founders they've invested in, seeing the business models, understanding the challenges of currency a little bit better, understanding the challenges of inflation today much better. So if you ask me, Pakistan's not crashing. Pakistan is exactly where it should be. In fact, if anything, we're a little bit further along than we would have been had COVID not happened. And a lot of irresponsible behaviors globally that was driven by access to too much capital. We saw this beginning of the bad behavior, but then guess what? The global crash happened and the money dried up, and that is a good thing. It tells us that there's a lot of potential and value in the market for investors to come when the money is there. But it also tells us that, look, when we raise money too fast, too quickly, we can make bad decisions in bad business models. But instead of spending 8 years learning that lesson, we got it really quickly in 2 years. So I look at it as a very, very good thing. And I look at Pakistan primed for growth as soon as the global markets start to recover in 2 years. Money will be available again. Founders will be better prepared navigating this very difficult, challenging economic environment. But the Pakistan metrics of market size and digitization and lack of documented transactions still remains the same. So the upside and the potential and the value creation is there on the table, and everybody knows it. So I look at it as the perfect time, because before we get into the next 3 years of the market recovery and money coming back again, if we can play a role as Endeavor to bring added value expertise to the early stage companies and the pipeline of companies that we build, if we can help the best founders become Endeavor entrepreneurs and help them scale to greater heights, if those founders can give value back to the ecosystem and help earlier stage founders become better founders and better companies, we will be perfectly primed and perfectly positioned to take advantage of when the recovery does happen. And that's what I really believe, and that's why I think this is the right time.